Shalom, family. Good to see you here. I hope you're all doing well. Well, we're going to talk about a young lady. She's only 25 years old, and she was working at a Burger King. And first, there was another person there with her, and that person, they just stopped showing up. So she was literally working in a Burger King all by herself for 12 hours every day. And she was doing everything: cooking, cleaning, working the cash register, doing the drive-through, everything by herself. And this went on all summer long. And instead of Burger King getting her help, they fired her. So, she's real upset. And she said it was hard for her to get a job because she had a criminal record. Well, that's nothing new in America. And the bottom line is, so much for all that lazy talk. This woman worked her ass off for 12 straight hours on her feet, filling orders in a Burger King alone, dealing with the general public alone. The least they could have done was get somebody over there. Even if they couldn't get someone from another Burger King, pull them over there. Why didn't anybody from the general manager's office go over there and give her a hand? They didn't even try to lift a finger. But, they'll be the first to call us lazy, though, right? So I felt for her. She was a mother of three, and she was upset, and she clearly got the right to be upset. They said, well, she was late. Well, why didn't you get her help? That's really the bottom line. Well, I don't know if she started the GoFundMe or somebody started it on her behalf. A lot of people spoke up for her, a lot. And even the news stations got involved and put her story out there. And they gave her no support whatsoever, but they fired her. And it just goes to show you it's not worth going above and beyond for these people. I learned that a long time ago. Once I got hip to what these folks are like, I did not go above and beyond for none of them. And you really shouldn't. It's not ever going to be worth your while to go above and beyond for all these freaking ungrateful people up in here that's running things. If you're going to go above and beyond, do it for yourself. Do it for yourself if you have a business, but don't do it for them. It will never be worth your while. And it's a hard lesson she had to learn, but I'm sure she has learned. So let's get to this video, ladies and gentlemen. And so you can see exactly what happened to this young woman. Nykia Hamilton is her name. All right, let me share my screen. All right, hold on 1 second here. Yeah. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. If you got good ideas, y'all, keep those ideas to yourself. Let those ideas benefit you, not other people that will never, number one, give you the credit for those great ideas. And number two, they're not worth it. I learned over the years, these folks ain't worth your time. If you on a job, do your job and get the hell up on out of there. Don't be doing all this extra stuff for any of them. If they can't figure shit out, that's on them. That's how I had to learn how to look at things. That's on them. It ain't up to me. I don't have to sit around and teach them a damn thing. All right, y'all.
A single mom was filmed working 12-hour shift completely alone at a Burger King and gained viral attention.
I just need y'all to know that at this Burger King right now in Colombia, off interstate, whatever, we got one beautiful person working here all by herself. She doing everything. She doing the fries, she doing the burger, she doing the chicken sandwiches, she doing everything by herself. Cause nobody want to work no more, y'all. Nobody want to work no more. And she's in here by herself. Y'all see this right here? And I'm not lying. There's nobody in the back.
Nikia Hamilton was juggling multiple roles, cooking, cleaning, and managing the drive-thru, all without any support.
She doing this by herself. I need y'all to show her some love, okay? For real, for real. Cause she holding it down. Columbia, South Carolina, okay? Y'all need to get her some help up in here because she busted her behind. She's doing everything she needs to do to make sure everybody is okay up in here. And it's only one person. Look, nobody. Because nobody want to work no more.
Y'all, on top of all this, she lived an hour away from this Burger King. Do you know that? She had to drive an hour to get to this job. And on top of driving an hour and getting here, she worked the entire 12-hour shift by herself. To me, Burger King should have been awarding her, if anything, give this woman a damn raise. Fire her? Wow. All right, let's get back to it.
And it is
It is
at
at
nighttime.
nighttime.
It is nighttime right now. And
Viewers expressed admiration for her dedication, with many calling for a raise. Nikia works tirelessly to provide for her 3 children.
I overslept. I didn't wake up to 18. I usually wake up 6:30, but I was so tired, I overslept. So I didn't get to my first job till 9:40. But I'm here though. I'm here. Tired as hell, but I'm here.
She shared her struggles balancing work and family time. They would investigate the staffing situation at the franchise location. Nikia remains grateful for her job despite the challenges, emphasizing the importance of hard work and perseverance.
Yeah, bro. But Evergreen fired me because I've been late because of my kids, bro. My kids come first. And now when y'all gonna watch my kids? Y'all don't pay for no babysitter, no nothing. But it's cool. Everybody talking about jewelry and shit, my money. This shit came from Shein. I'm not buying no real jewelry when I got bills and shit. What y'all mad? Y'all had PPP loans and did that with y'all money? The fuck? I'm already aggravated. I'm pissed. I'm already depressed. I'm going through this mental shit. And motherfuckers fucking with me. Just leave me alone, bro. This shit aggravating at this point. I don't even care, bro. Y'all can have all this shit. I ain't want no fame, no money, no none of this shit. My mind is already fucked up. I'm trying to keep pushing for my kids. I cannot do this shit no more. I cannot. That would be on my back bad. You know what? He got it. He won. That was fucking won. I promise you he won. Y'all, he got it.
So y'all remember the girl, the mother of three, that worked at Burger King that night, doing the whole shift by herself. And some customers came in and started going live about the fact that she was there at Burger King doing everything, drive-through orders. She was just doing everything by herself. Nobody was there working with her, and people were just videotaping and going live saying that they ought to be shaming. They said they ought to get us some help. So one woman was running the whole Burger King. Fast forward, I just saw a video. They done fired this girl. Now let me tell you how her story went. She was talking about why she was so dedicated to Burger King because she had did some time, and Burger King was the only one that gave her a job. But you see how people do you when they think you need them. Now, should she have been in there running that store by herself? No, no, ma'am, no, sir, because they wasn't gonna pay her for what she was doing. What I mean by that, she was a manager, but they were not gonna pay her for doing all those jobs of the cook, the cashier, and what have you. She was doing the job of everybody, and they didn't give her no extra. And all they did at the end of the day, because she started having problems with babysitters and all this stuff, they fired that girl. That's right, they fired her. I just saw the video where they fired her, and I think they fired her more so because she got that money they did a GoFundMe, and they probably was thinking that they said, "Oh, she ain't coming to work now because of the GoFundMe." And the girl clearly said she didn't have nobody to keep her kids. So you mean to tell me a job like Burger King, you work a whole shift by yourself with no help, couldn't put that into consideration when you were late a few times because of the safety of your kids. You didn't have nobody to keep your kids, and you was waiting for somebody to keep your kids before you came to work. You see, these jobs don't care nothing about you, but that's how God works. Because she looks, I went to her page, she doing real good. Sometimes God will show you that what you think you need, you really don't need, because what needs you won't treat you right. Burger King needed her, but they won't treat her right, because you ain't gonna find no employee that gonna run a whole store by themselves. They would have been shut that camp down and went home and said bump this. But that girl was a dedicated employee, and Burger King missed out. And I don't know how the hell they still open anyway. I can't remember the last time I ate at Burger King. What they still doing open? But they fired that girl. Yeah. So you see how these jobs do you at the end of the day. But look, sometimes what you think is for you, it ain't for you. So I hope and wish her the best. But I didn't know they had fired her. I'm gonna put both of these videos up so y'all can see if y'all don't remember who I'm talking about. So y'all remember the girl, the mother of three, that worked at Burger King that night, doing the whole shift by herself. And some customers came in and started going live about the fact that she was there at Burger King doing everything, drive-through orders, she was just doing everything by herself. Nobody was there working with her, and people were just videotaping and going live saying that they ought to be ashamed. They said they ought to get us some help. So one woman was running the whole Burger King. Fast forward, I just saw a video. They done fired this girl. Now let me tell you how her story went. She was talking about why she was so dedicated to Burger King, because she had did some time, and Burger King was the only one that gave her a job. But you see how people do you when they think you need them. Now, should she have been in there running that store by herself? No, no, ma'am, no, sir, because they weren't gonna pay her for what she was doing. What I mean by that, she was a manager, but they were not gonna pay her for doing all those jobs of the cook, the cashier, and what have you. She was doing the job of everybody, and they didn't give her no extra. And all they did at the end of the day, because she started having problems with babysitters and all this stuff, they fired that girl. That's right, they fired her. I just saw the video where they fired her, and I think they fired her more so because she got that money. They did a GoFundMe, and they probably was thinking, and they said, "Oh, she ain't coming to work now because of the GoFundMe." And the girl clearly said she didn't have nobody to keep her kids. So you mean to tell me a job like Burger King, you work a whole shift by yourself with no help, couldn't put that into consideration when you were late a few times because of the safety of your kids. You didn't have nobody to keep your kids, and you was waiting for somebody to keep your kids before you came to work. You see, these jobs don't care nothing about you, but that's how God works. Because she looks, I went to her page, she doing real good. Sometimes God will show you that what you think you need, you really don't need, because what needs you won't treat you right. Burger King needed her, but they won't treat her right, because you ain't gonna find no employee that gonna run a whole store by themselves. They would have been shut that camp down and went home and said bump this. But that girl was a dedicated employee, and Burger King missed out. And I don't know how the hell they still open anyway. I can't remember the last time I ate at Burger King. What they still doing open? But they fired that girl. Yeah. So you see how these jobs do you at the end of the day. But look, sometimes what you think is for you, it ain't for you. So I hope and wish her the best. But I didn't know they had fired her. I'm gonna put both of these videos up so y'all can see if y'all don't remember who I'm talking about.
The lady that worked at Burger King for 12 hours all by herself got fired from the Burger King in South Carolina. This is all over the news. 34 minutes ago, Washington Post. This is unjust. Why didn't Burger King fire her coworkers that didn't show up to work? On August 8th, she said that Burger King fired her because she had trouble securing daycare for her children, and she would show up to work late. But dang, better late than never, right? Instead of giving this woman a raise or just even hiring some help for her, they did the complete opposite as to what they should have done. Who fires their most loyal employee? Burger King did issue a statement. They said that basically the franchise owner of that South Carolina Burger King was the one that made the decision to terminate her. Since she got fired due to attendance issues, I have a question. What happened to her coworkers that didn't show up for work? Do they still work there? Things aren't all bad because she has raised money on her GoFundMe. So she had to resort to crowdfunding to help her get back on her feet after she was fired. But how do we feel about how Burger King handled this situation? Has she not gone viral? Do you think she still would have gotten fired? Just has she not spoken about this on the media? Do you think she would still have her job there? I know for a fact that the person that posted the original video did not intend to get her fired. So how are we feeling about Burger King? Because I'm going to boycott Burger King.
And she was praised for her work ethic. She ended up becoming one of our paid forward recipients just weeks after that video went viral. She was shown working 12 hours plus, holding down the fort so that Burger King could remain open. Well, now she is going viral once again after she is reportedly saying she was fired. Our Brolise Pimentel, you had a chance to speak with Nykia today. I mean, a lot of people kind of shocked at what she served up today, the news.
Yeah, and Nykia Hamilton says since we first aired her story, she's gone viral and working conditions have not improved, even with all that attention it was getting. She says Burger King fired her last week and says the way they treated her is wrong. Nykia says her frustrations come from all of the days she put sweat and tears into keeping the store running all by herself.
But Evergreen fired me because I've been late because of my kids, bro. My kids come first. And now when y'all gonna watch my kids? Y'all don't pay for no babysitter, no nothing.
Nykia Hamilton, crying tears of frustration, posting this video on TikTok earlier this month after being fired from Burger King on Broad River Road in Columbia. Hamilton went viral on social media in June for running the restaurant solo, working 12 hours plus, doing every job to provide for her 3 children. She says the company wrongfully fired her after she was on approved time off and was scheduled to work the day she was coming back.
So I told them, I'm not gonna make it in time. I don't see how y'all schedule me at 12 knowing I'm leaving Charlotte at 11. And it take an hour and 30 minutes to get to work. Still got to drop kids. I still got to do everything.
Hamilton says they responded and told her she was terminated so she didn't report to work the next day. But Burger King reached out and told her to report back to work the following day and to be on time. She says the franchise owner, Matt O'Doherty, went to look at her time logs for the past 2 weeks and told her she was late too often. Hamilton says O'Doherty lacked consideration and gave her a final write-up.
I was like, how I get a final written warning when I never got got in trouble with the company?
Hamilton says she always communicated with her GM when she was going to be late and says she always was okay with it because she's a single mom and a hard worker. Hamilton says Burger King and O'Doherty used absence issues as a way to get rid of her.
He was like, yeah, you caused the controversy, you caused too much problems for the job, you knew not to work by yourself. They literally, 2 weeks after everything went down, they literally made a whole contract after everything went down about being in the store by herself.
So a total stranger took the time out to honor this lady for seeing her bust her butt multitasking all by herself at Burger King. Has Burger King took the time out to acknowledge her and give her anything?
Sam Civic Show, what's going on, man? Y'all remember this mother? They named her the Burger King mom, but she went viral on TikTok for being the only worker who showed up for work.
Yeah.
I guess someone had quit, but she was working, dropping the burgers, putting them on the grill.
Yeah.
The inside customers, the drive-thru. She was doing the pots, the pans, and whatnot. She went viral. Everybody, ooh.
Because that's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
To do on your own?
A lot of work. And she went viral. And now she went viral again because she got canned for being late. Tardiness.
Poor baby.
Listen in.
They fired me because I've been late because of my kids, bro. My kids come first. And now when y'all gonna watch my kids? Y'all don't pay for no babysitter, no nothing. But it's cool that everybody talking about about jewelry and my money. That shit came from Shein. I'm not buying no real jewelry when I got bills and shit. What y'all mad? Y'all had PPP loans and did nothing with y'all money? I'm already aggravated. I'm pissed. I'm already depressed. I'm going through this mental shit. And with me. Just leave me alone, bro. This aggravating at this point. I don't even care, bro. Y'all can have all this shit. I ain't want no fame, no money, no none of this shit. My mind is already f***ed up. I'm trying to keep pushing for my kids. Why can I do this shit no more? I cannot. The devil been on my back bad. You know what? He got it. He won. The devil won. I promise you he won. Y'all, he got it. He got it, y'all.
No, he doesn't have it. And the devil did not and will not win. She was able to do a GoFundMe, and I think she's almost at 70 grand.
Yes, she's at 64,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
64,000. She put up a GoFundMe. Well, she was the one who kicked off the GoFundMe. Somebody did it for her.
It was her because she says, I'm a 25-year-old single mom of 3 who works 2 jobs. I just went viral for working on TikTok. If you want to contribute, it's okay. Thank y'all for the support.
Yeah. And folks go through a lot. A lot of people are going through a lot. The pressure is real. The pressure is real.
Absolutely.
But no, the devil didn't win.
3 kids at 25 years old. This girl was not sitting back, trying to
Working
collect
2 jobs.
welfare. She was working 2 jobs. When somebody quit, she didn't quit on them. So my heart, that just broke my heart to see her crying like that after just trying so hard, because you don't want to break that spirit.
No, man. I felt that pain.
Y'all, you're gonna have to forgive me for up here looking like Alien versus Predator with this. Yeah, head look all like an alien, but that's not why I got on here. Before I can even put my wig on, I had to stop because I was seeing videos where people were going live about this mother that was working at Burger King that ran the whole store by herself. It was just her in there. She was running it from the front to the back, to the north, to the south, to the east, and to the west. Drive-through, front, cooking, everything by herself. 12-hour shift. And I just saw where they fired her for being late. She had to take care of her kids, and they fired her. And that goes to show that when you go above and beyond for people, they don't truly appreciate you. You are a casualty of war for them. They don't care. And she had made comments about how, she had gotten some trouble, something like that back in the day, and how Burger King gave her opportunity. And this one was in there shining 12 hours by herself to be let go because of something that simple. Y'all, the society we live in is absolutely terrible. They care nothing about employees or anything else to do something like that. Y'all, if you haven't seen it, go check out the video. It's heartbreaking. And what's even more heartbreaking, my neighbors is mowing, is that people are mad at this woman because she created a GoFundMe account and people were sending her money. It was the people that saw the video that told her to make the GoFundMe account. So we want to complain because she got fired. And then we want to complain because people out the kindness of their heart want to help this woman. Y'all, come on. This is, Baby, keep your head up and keep shining. If people are blessing you and sending you money to help you with you and your children, that's a blessing. Don't even worry about the rest. That's a blessing. And God put them people in your life for a reason. No matter what, you gonna win.
What's going on, guys? I'm trying to figure out, why is nobody talking about this? This lady ran a whole Burger King by herself. Man the counter, man the fry cook, the prep line, everything, even the drive-thru, even did the dishes. She missed out on family events to take on this responsibility, and they fired her. You guys are freaking dumb. Why did you fire a lady that's probably the hardest worker in this generation, and y'all fired her? Y'all should have been paying her all those positions. Every single one of them. If I owned this Burger King, I would have been paying her. Look at this. Nykia Hamilton. I do apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but known for an online as Burger King mom after a video of her running the whole restaurant by herself. And they fired her. No praise, no nothing, no raise. Y'all just fired her. That's messed up. That is highly messed up. I would have given her a raise times 10, maybe even more. But y'all decided to fire her. Because what? She went viral? Because she was doing a good job and got so much praise by people? And y'all chose to fire her. That's dead ass wrong. Y'all messed up for that. She's a single mom of 3. And she got fired for what? Doing nothing but doing her job? Probably better at any job anybody could do. Just chose to fire her. Make this go viral. Ain't nobody talking about this.
Man, y'all heard how Burger King just treated this girl, man? Nykia Hamilton. She went viral for working the whole damn restaurant by herself, man. Then they interviewed her on how she did it and why she did it. And she had only been working there for 3 months. But Burger King just fired this same girl All because she was late for a shift. She had worked 12 hours prior, but they fired her soon as she was late. Remember this though. Do y'all remember the guy Kevin Ford, who worked 27 years without missing a day? They only gave his ass a little bullshit. Man, they don't give a fuck about you. Burger King, my least place I'd rather want to work at anyway. I don't even like the burger though. But check old girl out about her story though.
I've been late because of my kids, bro. My kids come first. And now when y'all gonna watch my kids? Y'all don't pay for no babysitter, no nothing. But it's cool that everybody talking about because I bought jewelry and shit with my money. This shit came from Shein. I'm not buying no real jewelry when I got bills and shit. What y'all mad? Y'all had PPP loans and did nothing with y'all money? The fuck? I'm already aggravated. I'm pissed. I'm already depressed. I'm going through this mental shit.
Well, in fact, they don't give a fuck about you, man.
Leave me alone, bro. This shit aggravating at this point. I don't even care, bro. Y'all can have all this shit. I ain't want no fame, no money, no none of this shit. My mind is already fucked up. I'm trying to keep pushing for my kids. I cannot do this shit no more. I cannot. The devil been on my back bad. You know what? He got it. He won. The devil fucking won. I promise you he
And she
won.
said the devil won, man. Devil ain't never won, man. Hell no. As long as you got fight in you, you keep on fighting regardless of whatever.
Well, tonight we have continuing coverage about a local mother we told you about this summer who was running a Columbia Burger King all by herself at times. Back in June, video of Nykia Hamilton doing her job went viral, and she was praised for her work ethic. She ended up becoming one of our paid forward recipients just weeks after that video went viral. She was shown working 12 hours plus, holding down the fort so that Burger King could remain open. Well, now she is going viral once again after she is reportedly saying she was fired. Our Broly's Pimentel, you had a chance to speak with Nykia today. I mean, a lot of people kind of shocked at what she served up today, the news.
Okay, y'all. So she managed to set up a GoFundMe, and it's up to $108,000, and I'm happy for her, and I pray that amount will double or triple for her. The owner was nasty, and on top of terminated her, she got terminated, and he expected her to still come in there and work after he terminated her. So, I'm glad she got that money. I hope she continues to raise more funds, but it just goes to show you, in this country, it don't matter how hard you work, there's always some demon that wants to undercut you. The owner who fired her, he didn't take his ass in there. He wasn't even concerned about his own business, because if he was, he should have showed up in that shop and helped and give her a hand. A good owner should have been doing that instead of sitting on the phone complaining about her. But I think what did it, y'all, it wasn't her fault that this story went viral. The story went viral because the customers saw what was going on, and they posted videos online. It was a couple of different customers that posted the video online of her working that Burger King by herself. I think that owner got embarrassed. He knew how bad it looked, and he fired her. He didn't want that publicity, because people started coming down on that store, the Burger King in Columbia, because she was in there all that time working by herself, and she didn't have no help. And it seems to me like that owner didn't go above and beyond to make sure she had some kind of assistance up in there. He just let her just go in there and work her ass off like that every day. Like I said, these folks ain't worth it. That's what I had to learn over the years. They ain't worth it. If you gonna work hard, do that for yourself, not for them. Not for them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But these folks are rotten. They always have been. You know, now you got those that claim we're lazy. Does this look lazy to you? Far from it. And the people that want to say those things, I bet you they couldn't work that shop all by themselves for 12 hours like she did. She did all of that alone. And we know Burger King don't pay like they, their pay is crap. And she still did it anyway. Yeah. I mean, instead of sitting on the phone complaining about her, the owner should have took his ass up there. She didn't need complaints. She needed help. What a shame. I hate that, that this happened to her like that. But y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. This really upsets me to see stuff like this. But on the other hand, I'm happy. At least she got, at least for now, some money where she can take care of herself and her children until she gets back on her feet with another job, And I hope if she gets into another job, that the people around her will be a lot more helpful to her than in this circumstance. And I understand, she felt like when, she got a criminal record and she said this Burger King was the only one that was willing to give her a chance and hire her. She had put in a bunch of applications and nobody would hire her. This job came along. So I guess she felt like, look, I need to hold on to this job and do whatever I need to do. I got to take care of my kids. I understand where she's coming from, but she should never have been done like that. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. This is my final live stream for today. And I definitely got some good things coming up tomorrow. And I hope you will all return and make sure you stop by the store and take advantage of the 37% off. People are really getting a lot of money knocked off of their orders. I had somebody put in an order for about $69 and it took about $23 off of that order. So you are going to get a good deal. And all orders will be out the door Tuesday. Every single order placed this weekend will be out the door on Tuesday. In fact, I'm all caught up with the orders out there. I got them all packaged up and ready to go. So there will not be any delay at all. Your orders will go out first thing Tuesday. So, y'all, I will see you soon. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. Shalom, family.